What's
Cheers.
going on?
Well, welcome to the Band in the Van podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Katie.
And we're Fresh Breath. We're the band that's in the van.
In the van all the time.
Yeah, we're starting a podcast. There's no celebrities. There's no comedians.
No.
It's just us. And we're about, 10 years late to the game. And we're going to talk about it. So let's get to it.
Let's see what happens.
Band in the van podcast.
All right. That was the first time anybody's heard that intro music. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Okay, so what we're going to do with this podcast, I think it's going to be the easiest way for us to just keep people up to speed with where we're at, what we're doing. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it to 15 minutes. So set that timer.
Boom.
Okay, so we've got a timer going for 15 minutes. And
we're having some drinks. We're having a nice glass of Pinot Grigio.
A Pinot Grigio.
Italian white.
We have a small charcuterie board going on.
And you'll find this is a theme that we like to have drinks and snacks. So, yeah. So
if you can get behind that, you should,
let's get into
subscribe and like.
What's going on with you?
Okay.
Did you see something weird this week?
Okay. So we're leaving for Texas soon. And we're living in this confined space with minimal
power.
Power. We have 1,000-watt inverter. So we're trying to find a hair blow dryer for Katie to go away with so that she can dry her hair on the road. And you can't really find anything under 1,000 watts. So I'm looking on YouTube and I'm trying to find something under 1,000 watts. And the first thing that comes up is a bald man talking about hair dryers. It was one of the most ridiculous things that I've seen in a while.
Don't be ridiculous.
And anyway, so he doesn't maybe he knows the power consumption part of it, but not
the effectiveness of it.
Yeah, how do you know how well a hairdryer works if you don't?
He can feel the power of the breeze on his head.
On his arms.
So we didn't buy anything from his links because
I think it's going to end up just being.
I still don't have a hairdryer yet. So if you have an idea for a hairdryer that's under 1,000 watts, I know most people probably don't ever
look at it
or think to look at that.
This is compelling.
But yeah. So.
All right. Well, we are leaving for Texas. You guys can follow along with us here. Also, anywhere, Instagram. There is a page for this on Instagram, but we'll be sharing it to our regular Fresh Breath stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to do some wildly unpopular opinions. We're going to do some...
Yeah, I've got a lot of wildly unpopular opinions. And
they're wildly unpopular.
We're going to lay them on you guys and see what you think about them. So we're going to try and do a repeat segment. I think we're going to do ridiculous things.
So that was one.
That was one. We're going to do unpopular opinions. And then
we're going to do weird things we've seen on the road.
Yeah.
And anything that comes up that week, we're just going to kind of throw it out there and just share some stories with you guys.
It's true. And one weird thing that we were thinking about the other day is that there are no cover comedians. You ever notice that? It's perfectly acceptable to tour around and be a Aerosmith cover band or a Beatles cover band.
There's tons of them.
But if you went around being a Jerry Seinfeld cover comedian, that wouldn't fly.
Stay calm here. Don't get all crazy on me.
I guess
there's impersonators.
Yeah. So are we wrong on this?
No, because there's nobody going around and doing the comedy of Bill Cosby.
Nobody's doing that anymore.
Or like you said, Seinfeld. Nobody goes out and covers that material. Otherwise, you'd be a fraud.
Yeah, well, I guess it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Impersonators are different. Like an Elvis impersonator. Again, that's music. You know, impersonators are usually famous musicians or entertainers, not so much as comedians, I guess. Unless they're an actor / comedian / musician.
Who would that fall under?
I don't know. Elvis. or
actor. Wildly unpopular opinion.
They're wildly unpopular.
yeah.
Whatever.
Their turkey sauce, pepperette.
Pepperettes?
Yeah.
Oh, the breath is going to be good in the van. All right, I guess we'll tell you why we came up with this idea to do this Band in the Van podcast. One, just to keep us busy on the road, but we got our idea actually from Anna Riddick. Is her name Riddick? She was doing a panel. She was on a speaking panel for Folk Music Ontario, and we asked some question and told her what we do, and we tour and we stay in the van. And she's like, "You should start a podcast because I would listen to that." And we were like, okay. So then it got our wheels spinning. We figured it'd be an easy way for you guys all to keep up and for us to keep busy. And there's a lot of downtime on the road, and we see a lot of crazy things on the road as well. So
Don't get all crazy on me!
we're just going to keep you informed and kind of like keep you in the back seat here with us as we go.
And this is episode 1. We are sitting in our driveway right now at home. So hopefully the next time we come at you, we'll have a nicer view.
Yeah. We're not in the carport.
So we just thought we would pull a curtain on this one right now. But we're excited to be coming at you from a couple different locations this winter. We're going to be traveling in the U.S. and we're going to be hanging out on the beach, and we're going to be doing a bunch of fun stuff. And
it's all going to be very freeform. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot of preparing for any of these. So there's going to be a few constants. We will, if it's a morning, I don't know. It depends on when we shoot them, if we're feeling right. But we're always going to have some sort of drink, maybe a coffee or some sort of.
And we wanted
wine.
to make some, like when we're traveling in the van, we're cooking in the van a lot more. Today we were kind of like, well, we make some.
You got to eat on camera.
Wine and charcuterie, which is a really pathetic.
If you don't eat on camera, do you even have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, we're just trying to.
I feel like you have to be eating and cooking something while you're talking, and then people are like, I like to watch people eat. I don't know. Let us know in the comments. I feel like
starving.
Every YouTube channel that I see, that's what it is.
But yeah, so we'll probably be, making breakfast. We like to make breakfast a lot, so maybe we'll do some breakfast episodes and slap together a turkey sandwich. I don't know.
It's not going to be culinary genius.
It might be a little bit here and there, and then
hair in there.
It'll be like a good balance between cheese and wine and steak and potatoes.
Steak, potatoes, eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we're not chefs, and there's limited resources in here. But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to change up the scenery or how we do it or where we shoot it from.
We might need to switch the angles. I don't know. We'll see. We're all newbies at this.
We are. And we are celebrating today though because we just locked down our Monday residency in Texas that's coming up. So we're very stoked about that. You can go to our website to find all of our dates. We'll be in Texas for the next 3 months, touring around the Rio Grande Valley area, playing all kinds of shows, playing a bunch of our own stuff, a bunch of covers, and we learned a bunch of fun like Willie Nelson and some
Bonnie
Raitt,
some Stapleton.
Yeah.
So
we're trying to keep the chops up.
We like what we like. We don't usually play a lot of country, but we're slowly turning the page into that kind of realm. Like the Stapletons, Willie Nelson, the classics. Come on, you can't go wrong. Yeah. But so we're definitely diving in a little bit deeper with that.
Trying to keep the people in Texas like country music for sure. So we're trying to not cater because that's apparently not what we do. But so which maybe they need to change that plan too. But
I think we cater. We don't pander.
Pandering.
That's
not what we do.
We cater and we're professional and we perform well.
Mm-hmm.
We just have a different repertoire than most, which is why a lot of people like us because they say we're fresh breath of air because we're just playing something different. So we're just sticking to our guns. We're going to die up on this hill of southern rock and soft rock and alternative Canadian indie country music.
Yeah. Oh, this is on in my face.
So we're excited. We're excited to get out of town and beat the Canadian winter.
Yeah. We haven't seen much of it yet. It's been very mild. We're in here with no heat on and just sweaters. It feels fine.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. But so I don't know. Like I said, we're going to be wildly underprepared for all of these, so we're going to ramble on about different things, and you're going to get a little glimpse into what Katie and I's life is like. We really hope you join us. We really hope that you let us know in the comments what you want to hear, if you have any questions or what we're doing.
What do you think about our unpopular opinions and outrageous, ridiculous moments?
Yes.
And I don't know what else. Josh is going to be doing most of the driving, and we like to document our travels. We do a lot of Instagram stories, so if you haven't already followed us there, follow us on Instagram at Fresh Breath Band.
Yeah.
And then we're going to make a Instagram page for this podcast as well, but you're going to be able to find the podcast like through the links through Fresh Breath and all that. It'll all be kind of matched together, I guess, right? And so it'll be easy to find.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're excited to see what happens with the podcast, see what happens with the travels. And
is it really a podcast
music.
when it's only 15 minutes and we're shooting video? Is it more of a vlog?
Well, it's a podcast because we called it podcast. In the music, so
yeah, I hope you guys like that. We just wrote that last night.
We were driving, I think, in the summer, and we were in Canada somewhere, and we had this idea to do the podcast, and I kind of just blurted it out. I'm like, what if we did band in the band podcast? And Josh liked it right away.
Yeah.
So last night he was upstairs in our studio, and he mixed some sweet beats together.
Not sweet at all. It's very, very rudimentary, but I found some fun noises.
Really well. Yeah. The song, and I loved it instantly. Our friend Tiff was over last night, and she approved. So yeah, so hilarious. But we always have a soft spot for like techno dance. So I thought it fit.
As you do that, the whole van moves too. You can just notice that in the camera. But we have very minimal things to do before we leave for Texas. The van has got the tires rotated and oil changed, tune up, and we've got all of our band gear dialed in. There's so many things you have to get ready to go on the road. You have to get all your paperwork, and working in the States, you have to have a visa and all this stuff. And check. So that's what allows us to actually be very candid, I guess would be the word.
Sure.
About us going down there
and
working transparent. That's a better word. And so we've got all that in line. If you have any questions, if you're a musician watching this and you have any questions about it, let us know in the comments. We can definitely try and help.
If we can do it, you can probably do it too.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, it feels like we've been preparing for this moment.
Yeah.
Since we got back from Texas last year, basically, we've kind of had the ball rolling with the residencies lined up and stuff like that. So a whole year has passed. It's crazy how time flies. It's just insane.
Yeah.
And it feels good to be rounding that
Heading
corner.
Back. This year we're going down with a laptop and a DVD player. I'm very excited about it. Because last year we didn't have any sort of entertainment other than our phones, and we didn't.
And the bar.
The bar. That's what I was getting to. We spent more time in the bar than just hanging out.
You need to behave. I will behave when I'm kaput.
Because we had to sell ourselves.
We sold ourselves.
We had to sell ourselves to get back down there this year.
But I mean,
this year we're going to be watching like Weekend at Bernie's, and what else we were like. The Internship. Oh, I can't wait.
We stocked up on the DVDs.
Yeah, word to the wise, if you're looking for DVDs, go to...
Which you're probably not.
Nobody is. That's what I mean. They're super cheap.
Any other van dwellers out there might be.
Yeah, we got all of ours from a buy and sell, like trade-in, like hawk shop kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And they got them all. It's all like...
$1 DVDs too.
$1. Yeah.
Remember back in the day when you would go to Blockbuster and it'd be like, rent me for $5.99 or buy me for $30.99. It's like, now they're $1.
Yeah,
because everything gets ripped. But we're still using them. So I mean, we don't have Starlink yet. Maybe one day. But until then, we're watching DVDs for entertainment.
fun fact, not so fun fact. It is a fun fact, but on SPI you can see the launch pad for SpaceX.
Yeah.
So, which
Elon.
is pretty sweet. Elon. uh, which is pretty sweet. So that like on South Padre, if you go down to the one end, I think it's this
Boca
south
Chica.
end, Boca Chica. You can see Boca Chica. And the last time we were there, they were doing like some sort of test.
Some static fire or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Static Fire.
Yeah.
That's a good band
And
name.
the island was abuzz. Everyone was like, crack your windows so that the
Don't blow
force
up.
doesn't blow out your camper.
Yeah, it didn't.
It was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure there'll be more of that too. So that'll be wild. What's something wild that you saw this week? Topic maybe.
I
Saw
suppose.
Elon Musk at the bar.
That'd be cool.
Probably won't.
I don't know if I'd go talk to him. I don't know if I'd have much to say.
No.
Like, what's up, bro? Like,
sweet job on the
yeah,
Tesla,
sweet job on the spaceships. Like, I don't know what to tell you to talk to you about.
Texas.
Yeah, but yeah. What else we got going on? Like, I feel like I'm going crazy.
Oh, that's our time.
Timer's going off. Well, more to me getting crazy on next episode.
Don't get all crazy on me!
Thanks for hanging out with us. This is Band of the Van podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Katie.
And we will check you later. Cheers.